Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Alex, or better known as that beachy photographer on Instagram. And today I'm addressing, do I need two cameras as a photographer? So we're gonna kind of dive into this. Uh, I think it could go either way. What a loaded question, right? Okay, so you have to consider the risks that go into photography. Where am I going to be shooting? What is involved in that location? Typically, if you're out of your home, I would say yes, always have a backup camera. Um, in case anything happens. You never know. Um, if you drop your camera in the water, if you drop your camera, period, and it stops working. Sometimes cameras just malfunction on their own and you just can't use them for whatever reason. And if you are doing a photo shoot that cannot be redone any other time, then that is a real issue, right? So if you're doing a wedding or a family photo shoot, maternity photo shoot, and your camera just stops working and you don't have a backup camera, then that is a huge issue. Of course, forgetting all your batteries and SIM cards, SD cards is a whole other issue to talk about. But we're just talking about having another backup camera. Um, but does my backup camera have to be the same camera as my main camera? No, it does not. In fact, I would recommend, if you're on a budget, do a crop sensor. I think that if anything, if you have a very reliable camera, it might behoove you to have a crop sensor camera in your bag. It'll be more lightweight, it'll be cheaper for you. If it gets stolen, it won't be as big of a loss. And if you do have to use it, it will be good enough and professional enough that you can use it. The only thing is you may need different lenses, or you may need a lens adapter in order to use your professional lenses on that camera, but that is okay. A lens adapter is much cheaper than buying a whole new professional camera. I personally was using the Canon 5D Mark III. This is my 4 actually. This is my 3. I was using my 3 for a long, long time, and then I decided to upgrade to a 4. So now my main camera is my 4. It does have higher quality images. So I use my 3 as a backup and for specific images. When I want like detail images, then my Mark III is better because I can have it in live mode, and then I can zoom in. I can press the zoom in button while in live mode, and I can make manual adjustments. Whereas my 4 is a little too smart for its own good, and I can't do those manual adjustments, at least with my 50 millimeter. On my 70 to 200, it's a little bit more, um, it's a little less sensitive, but it also doesn't let me go into live view mode and go and do the zoom on my 4. I don't know if it's a problem with my camera. If you know about that, actually go ahead and put it in the comments, because I've tried multiple times. I've looked it up on YouTube, I've looked it up on Google, and I haven't been able to find any answers for this. So if you know about this issue, please let me know in the comments, because it would be actually really useful to be able to just use my 50 on my 4 for that reason, but if not, it's okay. So short answer, yes, have a backup camera, but no, it does not need to be the same quality camera as your main camera. Um, Weddings, all of that, Yes, have a backup camera. Um, you could even bring a small point and shoot just to be safe, especially if you do edit or shoot more grainy anyway, then it could be worth it for you to just bring a little point and shoot anyway, just as a backup. Um, Also, you might want to consider what is it worth it for you. I personally did shoot with no backup camera for years and nothing happened, but I also was extremely careful with like, everything. I brought pepper spray everywhere I went. Um, I knew where I was going and I knew how to behave in every situation. So, I didn't leave my camera bag places that I wasn't sure. Um, and if I did have my camera on me. I always had it around my neck. And like I said, I always had pepper spray on my body at the same time. I never would go places where I felt unsafe or like I might have my camera stolen. So these are very important things that you have to think about if you are not going to have a backup camera. But you can get away with not having a backup camera. And if you can't afford it at the moment, don't worry about it. Another great option if you can't afford to purchase a camera, backup camera, would be to rent a backup camera, especially for like a wedding or a maternity session, things that you really cannot redo. Portrait sessions you can reshoot, but maternity and weddings you cannot reshoot. So those ones I highly recommend you go rent a camera. You can rent cameras from places like Mike's Camera. There's Mike's Camera all over California, at least from Sacramento to the Bay Area. I don't know about like LA or places like that, or your local camera store, or if you go to the city nearest you, I'm sure there is camera stores near you. Also, you can rent gear online. I know KEH Camera has rentable gear. If you need to rent gear, you can plan that ahead of time. And it's very useful to be able to do that. You could also rent them for like weeks on end. If you have multiple shoots back to back, like multiple weddings, then you can plan ahead and rent it out for weeks on end to be prepared for that. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. If it answered some of your questions, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any other questions, please drop them in the comments below. If you're interested in purchasing some of the wardrobe that I use for my beach photo shoots, please check out the link in the description below. There is a discount, which I'm really excited about. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your day. I love you so much. Bye.